One. All right, traders, a very warm welcome to you all to the episode 10 of TFA Talks. So we have Himalay Bhatia with us and myself, Devang Mehra. And today we'll talk about what we can expect in the market on 22nd of October, which is the Thursday weekly expiry for the indices. So Himalay, what do you think happened in the market today? We had quite a hell of a ride today.
Absolutely. So today was a complete roller coaster ride,
Right.
and if the traders were adamant, they could have made money both the sides. I'm talking about the intraday traders. Now, what
Right.
I am currently seeing is, or what has happened today is a similar sort of a setup that we had witnessed last Wednesday. Last
Right.
Wednesday, if you open up the internals, we saw a same sort of a trend where there was initial it went down and later on it moved up, and on the expiry day it again plunged. So we might witness a similar sort of a setup tomorrow. Nothing concrete, but yes, this should be a point that the traders or the viewers should keep in their mind. What do you
Right.
think about it?
Right, that is something I actually haven't noticed. So it can happen tomorrow. We can expect that, so we can keep it at the back of our minds. So we had a downtrend just like we did today, and then again immediately markets went up. So that is something we
Right.
should keep in mind for tomorrow. But today, if you ask me, it was one hell of a ride. It was like a roller coaster ride, to be honest. You opened higher and you consolidated around that 12,020 region we keep on talking about every single day. And immediately the markets plunged about 250 points intraday. That was a very big movement. So if you were on the short side, you would have made a lot of money. But at the same time, if you didn't exit or if you didn't hit a target, you would have hit your stop loss because markets immediately went up 200 points intraday.
Right.
So I would say both the market participants, demand buyers and suppliers, sellers, both have got trapped in the market today. That's what I like to think.
Now, all right. So now, if we Devang also move on to the 5 minute charts, over here, the traders, the intraday traders had a clear indication that they should have squared off the position. They would have used the RSI, of course, one of my favorite indicators. And around 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. or so,
Yeah,
there was a strong positive divergence on it.
right.
If you see the lows, there was a strong divergence, and over there it was a clear indication that yes, time's up. You should square off your position, book your profits, and from there, if the trader wanted to, take on a long side, he could have added the Nifty on a long side as well and made the money both.
That's right. That's right. That was about today. Just a quick recap of what we had discussed yesterday. So all the viewers who see our videos regularly, the levels that we had given yesterday have played out very, very well in your favor. So if you remember, the first level we had given was 940. So I told you clearly yesterday that if 940 is broken, you have to go long for 980 target and then go long for a 12,020 target. And I made it quite clear that if 12,020 is not broken on 15-minute basis, the markets are again going to fall down. That's exactly what happened. Markets plunged time after time. They're not able to cross 12,020. And I told you yesterday clearly that below 940 is a selling market. Whenever markets went below 940, it was a clear indication that you have to square off your longs and come into the put sides or in the short side, whatever asset you trade. And 820 was the level, 870 was the level, and 770 were the levels. So it exactly touched the low of 776. So just about 3-4 points shy of our targets. So we did uh, get a good hang of the levels we had given yesterday and made some money out of it.
That's wonderful. And what next? What next on Nifty?
Right. So I think it's quite a game that's going on. But I would like to have a look at the global markets. I'm just we should not base our analysis just on the global markets. But if you just have a look at the Dow Jones, before I started this video with you, Dow was up about 150 points, and immediately, if you can see the charts right now,
Right.
it has plunged about 200 points within 30 minutes. So some kind of
Right.
news sentiment is coming to the market, because as you had mentioned yesterday, a couple of days back, the Trump and Biden debates are scheduled for tomorrow, which is the Thursday evening, and a lot of stimulus negotiations are going on. So I think that is going to have an effect on the global market sentiment.
Absolutely. And talking about the stimulus, the Indian government is also coming up and saying that they are working on the stimulus. So, do you think that that should have an impact on the markets currently?
So it's see, market likes to react to surprises. So as long as the stimulus is not released, any kind of announcement is just a rumor, I would say. So unless until it's not released, we should not depend upon that, and we should follow the technicals that are happening in the market. So the S&P 500 has given some kind of a double top as I speak. If you see my screen, it can go for a gap filling. So some kind of negative sentiment has come all the way right now in the markets. One thing we have to keep a watch on is the S&P 500 VIX. And as we all know it, S&P 500 VIX above 30 is detrimental or is a negative, has a negative vibe on the markets. So it's currently at 29.4. So that's something we should keep a watch on. And the German and the actually the European markets have actually plunged and they have broken the levels I had mentioned yesterday. That is going to have an impact on some kind of global sentiment. The reason I would say is because of the surge in the coronavirus cases. So this DAX has broken the trend line on the downside. Even the FTSE 100 is set to give you the lowest close in about 6 months' time. So that is some kind of poor global sentiment coming into the market. Right.
That's right. And I definitely agree with you. We should keep the US and the UK markets on a watch, but I don't think we should blindly follow it because
Yeah.
if we also look at the dollar currency index, it has broken a support level,
Yeah.
right? And that is again not a very good news uh, for the put holders. So let's again come back to what can happen on Nifty Bank Nifty. So Nifty is pretty clear. We've spoken about Nifty. Do you have
Right.
anything else apart from this on Nifty?
See, I think the levels remain same. If you talk about the externals on the daily chart, we have got some kind of a doji. So the rule of a doji is very simple. Whichever side you are breaking, that side you are going to go in an explosive mode. So if you look at this example, which happened previously, there was a doji formed and we broke to the downside. So we got a very good momentum on the downside. The same applies right now. The 12,020-25 level remains intact. As long as it is not broken, markets are going to keep on testing and keep on falling. At the same time, 11,770 on the bottom has given you a low. So markets now are expected to move in this range unless until they are broken. So my view would be try to again reduce quantity unless until you break the zone. Whenever,
Absolutely.
whichever side you are breaking, you are going to go in an aggressive mode. So then we can increase our quantity.
Absolutely. So, do you mean that if the markets break 12,020, we should go on the long side?
Yeah, that's something I would like to add. Tomorrow is expiry, and as you always say, that expiry does not give a good breakouts because breakouts tend to fail, and the support resistance tend to become stronger. That is something I've learned from you.
Right.
So tomorrow, I don't know. Right now we are at 9:30. So breaking 12,020 would require some kind of pressure, a lot of pressure from the buyers. So I don't think it can happen tomorrow. It might. So we'll see where the markets open. But 12,020 is strong and you have to close it on a 15-minute basis to go long for a target of 12,080, 12,100, 12,150, something like that.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. So, just to summarize, on the expiry, the support resistance gets stronger, and even if there's a break, there's a high probability that on the expiry, there might be a false breakout or a breakdown,
Right,
whatever the case may be. So, the levels have been given to you. About 12,020. Let the Nifty sustain for some time. We call this as a time filter. And if it is on the upside for some time, then of course you can look for a longer target alongside on Nifty.
right,
And
right, right.
on the short side, you gave a level of 770 or 870 to be precise.
Yeah, so I'll just summarize the levels on the bottom side. 770 remains the lower end. That will be a very good support zone for the buyers in the market. And for intraday trading, 11,940 is one level which I've marked. So tomorrow, if you open below that, you will get some kind of a resistance there. And finally, 11,870 is the same level we've been talking about time and time after, followed by
Right.
11,820. These are some levels: 12,020, 11,940, 11,870, 11,820, and 11,770. So whichever way markets open, whether they are gap up, gap down. So would you like to summarize what will happen if the markets open flat, gap up, or gap down?
Yes, again, if the market opens with a big gap up, then I think you should wait for the price action.
Right,
Always open the 15-minute chart and draw a trend line. And
right, right,
again, it around we already gave the level of 12,020. That might act as a strong resistance, and from there, there might be selling in the market. If it breaks that level, wonderful. Keep your time filter, and you can look for a long side. If the markets are flat, then again, let's see what the market is showing, who is in control, right? We always look
right.
as to who is in control. If the sellers are in control, then of course, look for a short position. If not, then wait it out a little. We will
Perfect.
be updating you tomorrow itself as to what is happening in the market.
Right. Let's talk about Bank Nifty. You're a Bank Nifty trader. So today again, Bank Nifty was strong. I think it was the reason why Nifty rebounded. The banks have been very strong, led by HDFC Bank, ICICI, Axis. So these guys are doing very well. So what do you think? So yesterday, I'll just summarize what we discussed yesterday. So yesterday, I told the viewers
Sure.
that any closing above 24,500 is going to basically tell us that buyers are dominant. That's what I discussed. And that's what exactly has happened. You have convincingly closed above 24,500. So what next now?
Right. So the banks, of course, HDFC Bank is also holding Nifty up. That is one reason why Nifty is unable to go on the downside. And moreover, the Bank Nifty is latching on to the results of HDFC Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And what the people are speculating is the other banks are also, will be giving spectacular results. And thus, people are expecting a lot of buying in Bank Nifty. So, of course, 24,000 was a great level on Bank Nifty. And above that, we have seen buying. Now, my next levels on Bank Nifty will be, if the market breaks 24,820 levels, then I will say that the people should look for a long position with a target of 25,000 to 25,200. And on the downside, there's an intermediary level that I will give of 24,500. So currently the market is ranging between the market will range between 25,000 and your
24,000.
24,500,
Right.
and 24,000 being the next level below
Right.
24,500. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So keep your eyes on HDFC Bank. That is one of the major weights in Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So keep your eyes on HDFC Bank. That is very important. Yes, you were saying something, Devang.
So yeah, as you discussed, 820 level on Bank Nifty is quite important, the 820 approximately. So any 15-minute closing above that is a long for a psychological 25,000 minimum, which can get you to the current high of 25,200 also. So at the same time,
Right.
24,500 is a round number. It will act as a very good support. Below that, we can see a 24,300 and 24,000 also. So I would say, as long as you are above 24,000, you are in some kind of a buy on dip market for Nifty Bank because it's the stronger one right now out of both the indices. Yeah. Any other comments that you have on the
Absolutely. I
indices?
do agree with you on that. All right. So that was yeah, one additional point I'd like to add on Bank Nifty is if we open up the day charts, I'm spotting something which is interesting. Um, and of course, I'm the RSI person, right? And
Right.
currently, the RSI is around your 67 levels, and that tends to take a resistance over there on your RSI as well. But what is happening is if tomorrow there is selling in Bank Nifty, then this will end up creating a strong negative divergence. So these are still, see, please, viewers, please note this that these are still speculations and
Right.
there's nothing concrete. We are just trying to forecast what will happen. But if that happens, then please note that that will become a strong negative divergence, and then you can accordingly, take your trades. And like we told you, the low levels of
Right.
24,500 followed by 24,000.
Perfect. Perfect. So I think that's a good analysis for the indices going forward. I think that should suffice. Let's talk about a couple of stocks. We already gave a lot of trades in the last couple of videos. So if you watch our videos regularly, you would have made a lot of profit. The best example would be PI Industries. I have given you this
Right.
trade in a couple of sessions back to buy at 2030 or 2050 levels. And currently it's at 2180. It touched the 2200 intraday high. So you would have made a good 170 rupees per share. So that's a very good a trade that we had taken earlier. Another trade I think you gave was to short Reliance, right?
Yes, absolutely. Reliance was a perfect example to short. Below 2200, we have been telling the viewers time and again that 2200 round number level was a great support for Reliance. And once that was broken, we had the targets with us. We had the level of 2120 with us. So that has been easily achieved. In fact, we saw a low of 2097. Those were extra bonus points for the viewers.
Yeah, so Reliance is playing good. It's a stock that we are shorting every day. It's not a stock we should short, but because of the momentum, Reliance is the one holding Nifty down. But the banks are the one which are overweight on Nifty. So that is one stock which
Absolutely.
continues to be under pressure. I think Reliance can find some kind of a good support at 2060 levels. Otherwise, below that, it's just a 2000 round number, and that will be holding Reliance for sure. I don't think 2,000 can be broken in such short span of time.
Yeah, I do agree with you. So
Yeah,
if a viewer or if any person is going to short Reliance, stay a little careful now. This again, the rule of roulette also comes into play over here. For the past 4 or 5 trading sessions, we saw back-to-back red candles, and now you
yeah.
can expect one or two green candles
Some
in
kind of
between
halt
before.
candle is possible.
Absolutely. So before the market either changes direction or whatever, so there can be a halt as Devang mentioned right now. All
So
right. And one more stock I spoke about was Airtel.
right, right.
Airtel was something which was being told to the viewers. 400. So once the price was around 413, we had
Right.
asked the viewers to short the stock. We said that the price will go up to 400. And from 400 again, we saw on the charts as well that there was a positive divergence that had been discussed.
Right.
And from there, today we saw around three and a
For
half percent upside
right.
move.
The levels
Three
are
and a
on
half.
the screen, so I think people will remember who had seen this video. Himalaya had given a
Right.
buy with a 4-5 rupee stop loss and for targets on the higher side. It's taken that support, and that's again a very successful trade if you have taken.
Absolutely. So, is there anything else on
Yeah,
your end that you'd like to discuss?
HDFC Bank was another trade that we had given. Also,
Yes,
currently it's given another breakout. So if you see the daily charts, HDFC Bank has given another breakout. So it's possible this guy will keep the markets higher. HDFC Bank stays higher, Bank Nifty will also outperform. So we'll have to keep a check on what HDFC Bank does tomorrow. Is this a false breakout? Is it going to fall down, give you a double top kind of formation, or you're going to continue higher? Um,
absolutely. So, just to add on that, again, I see one more interesting picture on HDFC Bank as well.
yeah,
Again, talking with the RSI is still on the lower side, and tomorrow if they're selling, so
some
it
kind of
will again create
divergence.
a strong negative divergence over here, which is
Right.
indirectly representing a Bank Nifty itself. So that is something which is an interesting point that viewers should note it down. Uh, yeah, that is a point that I had to add on over here.
Right. So ITC is another trade. We are continuing to hold ITC. We recommended you to buy around 167. It's at 160. It went to 169, but amid the selling, it's at the stable level. So we continue to hold ITC. There is no other change in view. Another stock I think we would like to recommend is something we recommended our mentorship clients, Pfizer.
Right.
Pfizer has been consolidating for a very, very long time now. And I am drawing the levels for you so for the viewers can also note them down. It's giving you some kind of a symmetrical triangle formation. So Pfizer has some time left. Also, it is taking a good support at the 20 moving average. I believe Pfizer, because it is one of the front runners in the COVID-19 vaccine development, this guy is going to explode in the next couple of sessions. So if you are a positional trader, I would like you to go long on Pfizer above 5,050 because this guy will explode and give you about 500 points on the upside. So that is something I would like you to keep in your mind.
Absolutely. So talking about the front runners, I would also like to add in AstraZeneca.
Right.
AstraZeneca is also, one of the stocks that the buyers or the viewers can pick. I think again, a lot of steam is building up. The Bollinger Band has been contracted,
Yeah.
and this stock has been in focus for quite a bit. A lot of positive developments in the company as well, and you can see an upside on the stock as well.
Yeah, that's
And
right. Yeah,
moreover, if you are looking at the stock from a long term perspective as well, so I think this is one stock that I'm betting a lot on. This is one stock that can become a potential big multi-bagger. No
right.
claims, I'm not claiming anything, but it's just my personal point of view. Please note that.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So today, a couple of companies posted results. One of them was Sagar Cements. It has posted outstanding numbers.
Right.
That will be in focus. Canada Circuit tomorrow. At the same time, GMM Fordler, another great company in the sector I love. So GMM Fordler has been consolidating after the OFS, and it has posted a very good set of numbers today. So it's possible GMM will try to go for a circuit of 5% tomorrow itself. So this is another stock that I can say you can try to look after. Considering
I
we are in
think
the
GMM has also declared a dividend, right?
yeah, just a 1 rupee dividend. It's not a very good dividend declaring company,
Okay.
but basically, you are in the amidst of a earning season. All the companies will be posting a lot of earnings. So these companies become fundamental catalysts and in focus. So if you are in our TFA daily WhatsApp group, you are getting instantly updated of whatever company is posting results, whatever news is coming in. So make sure, if you're not in that forum, just WhatsApp us at 8080 343 031, and we'll add you to that WhatsApp group. So any other update you would like to give, Himalay, before we wind up the meeting?
No, not really. I was just, glancing through Bajaj Finance, but for me, it is not in a trading zone.
Yeah.
So I think we shouldn't add that over here. And plus, it was terrible results.
Yeah, the
Uh,
results were below expectations for both the Bajaj twins. So Reliance and Bajaj are expected to be on the downside. Keep your Nifty a little bit under pressure. So we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. The levels have been given. So wherever which side, so we don't have to focus the market. We have to play by the levels. So let's not be rigid about that.
Right. And before winding up, I just want to add a disclaimer for our viewers.
Yeah.
All these views that we are sharing with you is just our personal point of view, and it's just for your educational purposes. So, before you enter into any trade, please contact your financial advisor.
Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. I hope you liked the video. Just give it a thumbs up. We love to create such videos to help you in your trading journey. If you didn't like the video, make sure you subscribe the channel still, and share the video, comment on the video, and we'll see you tomorrow in the TFA Talks episode. Thank you so
Right. And
much.
Devang, talking about the
Yeah.
data,
Right.
60% of the viewers have not subscribed. I think they should subscribe right now. Please go and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.